Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be understanding what is blocking your child's emotional intelligence development. The 1-minute recap. Let's just go back and say, what is emotional intelligence? It is the ability to identify and understand and control your own thoughts and feelings. It is the ability to communicate them appropriately to others and have empathy with others when you interact. Remember, EQ is about knowing yourself, managing yourself, knowing you, and then beginning to lead and manage others. But, and it's a big pain in the butt, knowledge is a necessary but insufficient condition. What does this mean? Well, it means understanding what EQ is doesn't automatically translate into EQ gains. It doesn't help for us to just know what emotional intelligence is, because knowledge does not translate into a change in behavior. If knowledge changed our behavior, well, none of us would smoke, because we all know smoking is bad for us. We'd all have safe sex. We'd all wear our seatbelts and do more exercise, because we know we should. So what is getting in the way of my child's emotional intelligence development? The impact of emotionality and perception is the simple answer. What do I mean by this? Well, have a look at this sentence. How many F's are there in the sentence that goes like this? Fair fathers help in the fulfillment of emotions of the child's first year of life. Count the F's in this sentence. Okay, you may want to pause the video for a second and just count the F's. You may want to pause the video and recount the F's because you suddenly saw another one. Did you say 5 F's in the beginning and then 6? Then did you look again and see there were 7 or 8? Well, the answer is there are 9 F's in that sentence. In the face of all of us looking at the same sentence, in the face of reality, we all have different perceptions. Children are even more susceptible to their perceptions affecting their reality. What do I mean by this? Well, emotional intelligence is dramatically impacted upon by our perceptions. Some kids may see one child as a bully in the classroom, another may see him as the leader. An adolescent may look in the mirror and think that today she's thin and just tomorrow she can think that she's fat. Very little has changed other than her perception or how somebody may have treated her the day before. Our history impacts on our emotional intelligence. What were we told as children? That we were kind, loving, awful, selfish? What about your child's current life circumstances? Divorce, death, trauma, change. These things affect our perception of things too. What about the child's temperament? All children come into the world differently. If you think of all the children lying in their tiny cots in the hospital on the day that they were born, they're in the same room with the same temperature, with the same blankets. Some are crying, some are niggly, some are happy and content. Temperament plays a huge factor in emotional intelligence. Then there is our ability to be affected by others, both positively and negatively. Some children respond wonderfully to discipline from parents, others reject it and take on authority at every corner. What about our ability to regulate ourselves, our impulse control? Children with attention deficit disorders or Asperger's have real struggles in this area, and that affects their emotional intelligence every single minute of every single day. The good news is that unlike IQ, which is a fairly static quality in a child, emotional intelligence can be significantly improved upon at any stage of life. In the next video, we're going to be looking at what we can do to build EQ into our children's lives. I'm going to give you some really practical ideas to enhance your child's EQ today. See you in the next video.
For more information, click on the link below.